7:52. It's the KRMG Morning News with Joe Kelley. If you're looking for the bright side of this health care reform legislation, I saw a tweet just moments ago that reads, "Now that health care is free, I assume I'll no longer have to pay for a Dr. Pepper." So that might be the good side. The downside is a whole variety of other things. Joining us now is United States Senator Jim Inhofe. Hello, Senator.
Hi, Joe.
Well, all right, so it's going to be signed into law later this morning. President Obama, around 10:15 or so, Tulsa time. And I'm sure that you have heard through your staff and directly from constituents who are greatly concerned.
Oh, sure we have. It's a horrible thing, and I'm proud of our state legislators for the things they've been saying, and I think the pressure's on Drew Edmondson, who's trying to walk the party line and win a primary right now, and so he's got a problem. I think the only good news is for Lindsey Graham and maybe John McCain. You know, they're the ones that have been pushing this cap and trade and closing Gitmo, and now it's going to be harder for them. In fact, I look for them to abandon those efforts. Joe, people keep asking, what can be done now? Here's a couple of things. Orrin Hatch, who's a great guy, he has the fact that the $1 billion is going to go on HHS. That is a violation. It could be considered to be a violation. The parliamentarian, I think, would rule that would be a violation of the reconciliation. Now, if he does that, the only way that they could pull him out of the fire would be Biden, and Biden most likely would do that. Now, the parliamentarian also could say that Social Security, because the Cadillac taxes are taking money out of Social Security, which is true, and it's a strong case, and I think the parliamentarian would have to rule that. The whole purpose for the ruling is to try to get it to the 60 points, so it takes 60 votes. Right now, there are 59 Democrats. They can let 8 Democrats vote the right way, just to try to save their careers. So they're down to 51. So I don't see these as being a way out, because the Joe Biden's going to be there. I just can't imagine that he wouldn't walk the line. So that's tough. The only way would be, I think Dick Morris had it. If you remember, it was about a month ago. He said, if the Democrats get by with the passing this stuff, then that means that the Republicans will take both the House and the Senate. Now, the problem with that is you would not have a veto-proof number, and so we can turn this thing around, but not until after the next presidential election.
Do you think at that point, Senator Inhofe, that this is something that can be completely repealed?
Well, I agree. Yes, it can be all the parts that are unpopular. We can do it not just as one fell swoop, but just take the parts out that are the most offensive, which is most of it. And yeah, you bet they can. Let's remember what happened now in 1994. Of course, the difference there was that Bill Clinton won re-election in 1996. In this case, I don't think that's going to happen, because this is not just in Oklahoma, Joe. This is all over. Yeah. We're getting calls. Every time I say something on the floor about this thing, we get calls in from all over the country. So I think that obviously it's going to be a couple of good elections, and we'll change presidents and try to change all this. The only thing that can't be undone is a judicial appointment. Now, let me confess. Confession's good for the soul. I was wrong, dead wrong. I didn't think they had the votes. And I'm not sure I said it on your show or not, but I didn't think they did. And it's all one person, Bart Stupak. He caved in. Yep. And so now the pro-abortionists it's a great victory, as they're all celebrating right now.
A couple of text message questions from some of our listeners here, one of which asks, why won't the president, ask Senator Inhofe why the president won't sign up for his own health care plan?
Well, you mean the president sign up for it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask the president.
All right. And another asks, why not run a campaign to switch parties for America, urge Americans to switch parties in protest from Democrat to Republican?
Great idea. Whoever that was, send me his name.
All right. And another writes, do the states really have the ability to opt out of this health care system?
Okay, now there's some lawsuits. That's interesting, because we're all urging Drew Edmondson to join the lawsuits of the other states. I don't know how many have been filed, but I do know that there are 28, I think, states where the attorneys general in those states have said that they're going to try to do this. So we get a lot of these people there. You get a lot of emotion behind that. And again, these are legal questions that Apparently, the attorney generals in some of these states believe that there's an option for them.
United States Senator Jim Inhofe with his analysis this morning on the president who's going to sign at around 10:15 this morning the health care takeover bill. Senator Inhofe, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe.
7:57 now. Updated weather.